Yes, how are you everyone? How was your day? Today, RUTO has made one of the biggest mistakes of his political career by nominating ODM stalwarts, some of the ODM stalwarts, at the expense of the UDA stalwarts in cabinet. We all know that RUTO disbanded his cabinet, and at first he announced the first batch of cabinet secretaries. Now he has announced the second batch, where the minority leader Opiyo Wandayi, John Mbadi, Joho, Oparanya, Salim Mvurya and others were nominated into cabinet. It is a political strategy which has some ripple effect in a negative way. And in this episode, I've come to tell you as to why I think RUTO somehow made a mistake which in the near future may try to sabotage his presidency. Okay? RUTO is a very wise man, but even in some circumstances, RUTO can make a mistake. And for me, I've come out to point out these mistakes as to why I think he made a mistake of appointing ODM stalwarts in cabinet. Before I explain this mistake, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So a few days back, after RUTO disbanded his cabinet, he has decided to appoint a new cabinet. When he appointed a new cabinet, there were some surprises. 5 cabinet secretary positions were taken by ODM at the expense of the Kenya Kwanza stalwarts. Among those people who were appointed in cabinet include Salim Mvurya, Oparanya, Joho, Mbadi and Opiyo Wandayi. 2 of these people are deputy presidents of the ODM. Remember, we were at the forefront of opposing government, and they have taken this position at the expense of those who fought for RUTO's government. You know, in politics, everyone who fought for your presidency must be rewarded. So it cannot be that you appoint the opposition in government at the expense of those comrades. And I'm going to give you an example. You cannot tell me that you appoint the ODM members at the expense of Moses Kuria. I know Moses Kuria can have some bad manners and bad mouth, but he's the one who was on the forefront to fight for your presidency. To an extent that he was hounded, to an extent that he was made to sit down during the BBI rally. Here's the tape.
Tunapoendelea na ratiba hii, tunaomba msalie mmekuwa watulivu.
That is Moses Kuria. So you cannot tell me that you've put him out of cabinet, because if you talk about incompetence, Moses Kuria is competent. He has a master's degree, he can deliver. The only issue I have about Moses Kuria is having a loud mouth, sometimes when it isn't necessary, or sometimes taking on the deputy president. But sacrificing such people who fought for your presidency, and you bring in Mbadi, who did nothing, because Mbadi adds nothing on the Kenya Kwanza government, and you bring Opiyo Wandayi. Okay, may I want to pick someone from the Nyanza region, maybe Opiyo Wandayi, but what about Mbadi at the expense of Moses Kuria? You cannot tell me that you bring Aisha Jumwa, you sacrifice Aisha Jumwa, and you bring Joho. Aisha Jumwa was one of the ladies who came out to oppose Raila when it was not fashionable. He was even whipped off his committee in parliament.
Among the proposals we have is the removal of the deputy whip, Honorable Chris Omalwa, from the position of the deputy whip. And we also have a proposal to de-whip the following members from committees for the next 6 months. The proposal I'm giving to the parliamentary group tomorrow is to de-whip Honorable Silvanus Osoro from the Agriculture Committee, Honorable Nakara Lodepe from the Defense Foreign Relations Committee, Honorable Catherine Wabilianga from Labour Committee, Honorable Tindi Mwale from Energy Committee, Honorable David Ochieng from Health Committee, Honorable Aisha Katana Juma from all committees, including the Parliamentary Service Commission.
And you bring Joe. Okay? I know Joe may know some mobilizing skills within Mombasa. But Aisha Juma and Joe, they're in the same club. They are not so learned. So why sacrifice Aisha Juma and bring Joe? First of all, at least if I was William Ruto, instead of bringing Joe, I'd rather bring Muhammad Ali, because you still need Muhammad Ali in Mombasa as a Senate or as a governor. So you still need him in the near future other than Joho, because Joho reached the brink of politics. Maybe when he's going to come back as a senator or an MP. But I know even if he stands for presidency, he cannot make a significant stab. So why sacrifice Aisha Juma? Okay? Okay? So for me, I think putting those people in cabinet, what William Ruto would have done is maybe to support Raila, okay, and also give those people position, but not at the expense of others. For example, why is the reason as why Soip Ntuya was given a cabinet position? What did he do when it comes to William Ruto presidency? It's the reason the media is coming out to say that he was his girlfriend. There are some people who are sacrificed who were not supposed to be sacrificed because they fought for this government. I know mythically Nturi is incompetent when it comes to cabinet secretary position, but why sacrifice him? In fact, I'll retrieve this video. If the good thing, the government is very big, maybe they can be given another position. But if they are not given other position, it will be a sacrifice. These people must be in government. I know they may have some bad manners, but they fought hard. They are the same people who were in the forefront. Even before Mudavadi joined Kenya Kwanza, those are the same people who sold William Ruto in Mountain Kenya, who moved with him everywhere. You cannot tell me in the new cabinet you leave out Ndindi Nyoro. Ndindi Nyoro would have been the cabinet secretaries other than Mbadi. What did Mbadi do? How can you leave out Ndindi Nyoro? The reason as to why even Ndindi Nyoro is fighting like a young kid in Mountain Kenya is because he deserves to be a cabinet secretary. He's competent. Okay? So, part of it, I know it is strategic as to appoint such leaders so that William Ruto can buttress his support in the near future. But it should not come on the expense of others who fought for your presidency. It cannot be who fought for your presidency. Ndindi Nyoro, I believe that Ndindi Nyoro would have been part of the cabinet. It is the truth. Okay? But to bring others on board, who by the way never organized this protest, because William Ruto is now acting desperate. These opposition leaders are not the one who put out the protest. It were the Gen Zs, the youth. Do you know why the youth protested? It's because there was a vacuum in the opposition. Raila Odinga was conflicted, so the youth rose up. Okay? So even if you put in these people in the cabinet, the youth may decide to riot again. The good thing, the only positive thing is when they join government, they will fight with you. But they are not the one who organized that protest, so they cannot force you to bring them in cabinet. You cannot bring them at the expense of others. They would have been brought in, but not at the expense of people like Ndindi Nyoro. Okay? Either Kimani Ichung'wah would have been made a treasury cabinet secretary, then Ndindi Nyoro majority leader, but not to Opiyo Wandayi. It was a mistake, Mr. President. I know we are in desperate times, but the opposition, you had managed the opposition. The opposition is not the one on the streets. It is Uhuru Kenyatta who's supporting the Gen Zs. So you cannot tell me that on one hand the Gen Zs come out on the streets, and you end up appointing the opposition who even never participated in the Gen Zs at the expense of those who fought for your presidency. At first I knew William Ruto as a person who knows how to pay back, because he paid everyone who fought for his presidency. But now, maybe he's dropping this attitude. So, I'll continue looking at issues. Maybe I'll have another thinking after these people are appointed in somewhere else because government is so big. But if they are left, it will be a miscalculation of a century. Because these people, Pio and I and others, they have come in your government not because they like you. It's because they are opportunists. People who like you are those who stood with you. So they cannot be taken down at someone as other expense. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I employ would subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.